Promising enough for the visitors. Carlos Sergio, in front of the pocket of Bali and Indonesian football fans, does his best to try and win a foul. A bit of combativeness from Nuri. And now Basha plays Traore, holds off the challenge convincingly, and in at the near post, so close for Robbie Cruz. That would have been the perfect start for victory.
Well, beautiful move out of the back. You weren't quite sure if that had enough on it from Elvis Kamsoba, but great use of the body from Traore to get rid of Yavis Ronnie. And Robbie Cruz should have finished that. It should be 1-0. He's been in good nick, Robbie Cruz. On the near post, first to the ball, the opportunity to make good contact, and he couldn't deliver.
Good vision from Clutcher. Knew exactly where Yavis Ronnie was after almost being caught out in defence. He's trying to exploit Traore the other way, and he'll get the chance here. The cutback's on, and it's an anticlimax. The fans for Bali United were with Yavis Ronnie all the way down the right side there, but he couldn't quite execute the key moments. Paulo Sergio denied. Victory don't regain possession for long. Intercepted by Nuri. Neat ball here from Fadil. Intercepted by Broxham. Cruz was the most advanced man and sternly dispossessed by the inclusion to the team. Howdy Abdillah didn't play in Singapore a week ago, so he should be nice and fresh. Bali's most recent league match before that previous round of the Champions League qualifying was December 22.
From Kamsoba, obviously in the boot, a lot of talk about him, but he's getting into some great areas. A few little options there to maybe hit the target, but look, really entertaining first little period.
Thanks, Archie. So, Lawrence Thomas now. Bali for the first time pressing with a bit of purpose and hurrying the Melbourne victory into giving the ball away. Clutcher loses the ball. Well done, Lesiotis. Twisting and turning and getting fouled for his trouble. Exchanging the tangle of legs there, and now sent for a hot dog is Stormroo to Elvis, and the finish. What a goal that is! And how happy Basha will be on the end of that. Tricks and flicks and a bit of cool school from Melbourne victory as they open the scoring.
Well, the damage done down the right-hand side. Kamsoba's opened up the left on a couple of occasions, but this is beautiful work from Stormroo. Dummies to cross and then leaves the defender sprawling. Kamsoba setting it up for Basha, and as it looked like the door was closing, Basha puts his left foot right through the ball. It's a really, really good finish. Great lead-up work from Stormroo. Nice definitive touch from Elvis Kamsoba, and a great finish from Basha.
And now Bali trying for the instant response, but a little too helter-skelter. So Basha's goal separating the teams through 15 minutes, and he's on the ball again here. Very well worked. Able to diffuse and launch. And now Platja. Bali has to chase after Stormroo and Lawrence Thomas. A decisive clearance. Nuri. And a little clumsy from Naboot.
Well, other end of the field, that last attack on goal by Melbourne victory just showed the signs, Teo, of a little bit of lethargy from victory, based on the fact that we've had that many positive incursions into the Bali defence area.
That ball does not get over the line, so the attack keeps going. And Platja has skied it. Paulo Sergio bemoaning his teammates, saying, "Leave it for me." And the big man can't keep it down.
And whilst ever they don't finish off their chances at the other end, they remain exposed to this type of opportunity for Bali, who, just to repeat, have shown plenty of danger as they've gone forward.
I mean, that angle makes you wonder how he's managed to put it over the bar.
You know, the procession of really positive chances. And
himself, good save. Wawan Hendrawan with his best save of the night.
Clever from Cruz. A great little ball from the boot. This is this space in behind. They'll cut Bali to pieces with this constant movement and the speed of Robbie Cruz. And everyone in a Bali team is looking like they're expecting Robbie Cruz to try and find a support on the far post. He jinks to his left quite brilliantly and shoots to force a very, very good save.
See the corner count now becoming quite lopsided. A short variation this time. Hope trying to keep it going. Paulo Sergio in with a header. Lillipali. They've picked the right pass here. Platja directing traffic from midfield. Finally a supporting runner in the form of Paulo Sergio. Now Bali United trying to keep the speed in this attack. Will he go himself? Paulo Sergio! Lawrence Thomas denies him. Great attempt, and what a good counter-attack.
It's beautiful summing up of the situation from Paulo Sergio. Comes through the Portuguese system with a couple of the big clubs too as a junior, so he's learnt the game. Got a beautiful technique. And he opened the avenue to goal there with a beautiful little dummy. Really powerful shot. Beaten away by Lawrence Thomas.
And with the shouts of their fans in their ear under this corner, it's going to be a retake. Referee with the final warning. There are the fans, many of them in the Bali United gear. They've got a good bay full of vocal supporters here, hoping for an equaliser, but it won't be forthcoming with that corner kick. Can they get a second-time ball into a dangerous area? And even though Platja and Pacheco had stayed forward, it was a header at ground level. That cleans up from Broxham.
Pacheco's asking the question, why are you hitting a grass cutter when I'm clearly the tallest player in the field and I'm centre of the goal? Find me.
Another very underwhelming corner that barely makes it to the edge of the 6-yard box. So now from a central position, Thomas is up. This is dangerous. Yabez Roni is going to drive it back in the attempted back heel. This time it's a goal kick, and William Pacheco couldn't quite get the angles correct.
Well, you know, there's enough danger in this Bali team. We keep saying it for Victory to be on high alert. I don't think they were on high enough alert there. Very clever, Viduka-esque at the near post from Pacheco. He got a mouthful from Platja. He said, why didn't you leave it? I could have hit it in on the spin.
So he's been on both sides of that discussion now, both diving in front of a teammate and having one where Storm Roo was making the run. Lesiotis. Hope again. Traore and Cam Sober. Hope gets involved. It breaks for him kindly, and then a little tangle of legs.
Well, he was pretty prominent in that whole build-up, Josh Hope. It's like real conviction at the end. All the good lead-up work. Space, good space in the penalty area. That's where the mind's got to really close in, sharpen up.
Dangerous pass. Andrew Nabut goes and takes the ball away. Still has plenty to do. Trying to reach top speed. And turn behind for a corner. So if they hurry it up here, Victory, they will take it before the minute of stoppage expires.
It's good physical work from Nabut. Isolating the left fullback, Ricky Farjin. winning the corner. Can Victory win a third goal on the back of it?
Bash's corner. And as it's booted away, that will be half-time. So Melbourne Victory have shown enough to suggest that they are the superior team, but not without some enterprising play from Bali United. And a dozen or so half chances, some of which could have ended up in the back of the net, which means this one is far from over, even though they have shown plenty of feistiness in this game. The question is, can they turn it into a goal, specifically the next goal? That's what they need, kicking off at 2-0 down. Now, Saudi reffing crew waiting for the all clear to get things back underway. Melbourne Victory with 1 foot in Japan in the next round of qualifying. Still a game and a half away from the group stage. But right now, part one of that journey is looking pretty good. As Elvis Kamsoba goes back to Adama Traore here at the start of this second half. Errant touch from Lesiotis, but some no-nonsense defending from Lee Broxham and Andy Harper. What do Bali United try, if anything, to try and get back in this game? Was the first half showing enough to suggest that they might pinch the next goal?
Oh, well, certainly you could mount a case for that. They've shown enough that they are a goal-scoring threat. They haven't shown that they can adequately defend their own goal for long periods. The problem is more Melbourne Victories finishing off those chances, of which they had a plethora in the first half. I'd be inclined, Stefano, to, when Victory have set the ball, drop your defence a little bit deeper and you stop conceding, gifting that space in behind your defenders to the speed of Robbie Cruz. It just seems suicidal to me.
They did have that really good spell between the 25th and about 36th or 37th minute, where they had 5 shots to 1. And then it was followed by that second goal. It just took the air out of their sails. I think both teams ended up playing for half-time in those final 5 minutes. Will there be a renewed intensity to things now? James Donachie to Lee Broxham. Melbourne Victory and Brisbane Roar have all made it to the group stage through qualifiers of various length. Of course, Newcastle Jets were playing in this stage last season. Won the first game, lost the second. Next season in the Champions League, it's going to be 1 team straight through to the group stage and 2 playing in the qualifiers. So I'm sure these matches, teams at this level, are going to command a bit more scouting attention, especially if it's an ambitious side that really wants to get through to the group stage.
Elvis sees Robbie Cruz go. He's clearly onside. I mean, God, that's a horrible decision. What's he looking at?
Naked eye, it didn't look like one of those ones where you immediately think it's offside.
Well, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, clearly, by saying it was touch and go. It was not even close. One job to do.
It is Badr Ali Al-Shumrani, the Saudi assistant AR1 over on the near side. We'll see if his judgment gets tested again as Victory attack the right of screen as this half goes on. Diagonal ball. Yabez Roni still full of running. Can't chase this one down. Of course, if Victory take care of business next Tuesday, it'll be Kashima Antlers. And it'll be a big week on the continent because the Olyroos are 1 win away halves from Tokyo and the Olympics.
Yeah, 1 win from the 2 games that remain. semi-final. Obviously qualify for the under-23s final, but that's enough to secure the Olympic Games. But if they don't win, go into the third, fourth playoff, which they must then win. Third place goes through to Tokyo 2020, along with the first and second place teams.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully they go through to the final. Kamsoba, good first touch to set him up, and then runs into Pacheco. You can see him trying, but not making much headway once the big defender engaged.
And you know, this is where the doubt comes in. He's just so alive from these moments on. That's brilliant. Really sucking the defender, knock it past him. He's on fire at this point, but as it gets closer to goal, then the nerves start constricting. You know, the creative juices stop flowing. He ran into quite significantly bigger frame of Pacheco, and he allowed him to be dictated on the outside. I think he should have had a crack at him on the inside, touch and shoot.
Because he does have such good acceleration and a good top speed, it's so noticeable when he slows down as well. Perhaps more so than other players, that you can see the apprehension in the way he runs. Now, will the flag go up here? Cruz comes back, it does. You sense that the assistant referee was only ever going to raise his flag for his sake. Hopefully this one is the correct call. Bali United trying to take the ball away in the meantime. Rue, 50-50, and then backing out was Fadil. And so Melbourne Victory will take it and go. Rue. Kamsoba. Carlos Salvatore talking to his coaching team. Maybe the call's going to come to the subs for some changes. Victory welcomed them with the goal. Lesiotis. Venturing out to the left, Kamsoba. Lesiotis completes the 1-2, and that is a fine goal in its construction and beautifully executed by Robbie Cruz. Melbourne Victory have 3, and they can start booking flights for Japan and the next round of qualifying.
Well, he's missed a couple tonight, Robbie Cruz. He's forced a very good save as well from Hendra One, the goalkeeper. But he has created one for Josh Hope. And now he's finished one, provided by Lesiotis. At the near post, Robbie Cruz. Kamsoba has to be part of it as well. Anthony Lesiotis from midfield, breaking forward, supporting Elvis Kamsoba, cutting it back beautifully. And Robbie Cruz on the near post, doing perhaps what he should have done about 2 minutes into the game.
You can see his numbers there. He's been very busy in the penalty area. He's both creator and finisher now. And Anthony Lesiotis, the man who had his playing campaign squad in November. Haven't seen either of them tonight off the bench. As the flag goes up here.
Well, one of the better outcomes of the night so far has been the next step up the recovery run of Adama Traore. He's been very, very prominent down the Victory left-hand side. He's hit some really willing service into the penalty area. Each week he gets stronger and better and more like the Adama Traore I remembered so fondly.
That's a slip from Donachie. Platja, this is his chance. Broxham on his case, and Ruckman puts it over the bar. And he's not the super sub tonight. Definitely Bali's best chance of the second half, and he's cooked it.
Well, the slip, well, the misjudgment from James Donachie really opened the way. Broxham there again, just annoying people, sliding in, attracting their vision at the key moments. It rushes the nervous system up. The striker's saying, Adama, stop, I can't get there, slow it down.
Stefano Lillipali leaves the game. It's bright early, but definitely faded as the game has gone on. He's being replaced by Gavin Kwan, American father, but 9 caps for Indonesia. Briefly played for CFR Cluj in Romania, but the majority of his career played in the Indonesian leagues. And so, a corner to be taken by Toivonen. Hendrouan knocks it down. They haven't cleared the danger, and Barnett is denied by the crossbar. And then the defence, Toivonen. How about that? Over Toivonen, easy as you like. Welcome back to victory colours, and welcome back to the score sheet. He hasn't risen much beyond a standing start. It didn't matter here.
Well, the Bali defence, all at 6s and 7s, and you're just thinking, what a pity for Jay Barnett. And then when you see this, you're thinking, thank goodness for the crossbar to deny the youngster. And at a moment it would have been for him, but what a moment it is in general to watch a master in action. This is simply brilliant. That's what victory have been missing. You can't coach that. That's pure class from Ola Toivonen.
His Champions League scoring record looking pretty good, even though it was defending the very much that victory down in the group stage last campaign. He's back with a goal. That is good news for all concerned, and we suspect that'll put a smile on a lot of victory fans' faces heading into that aforementioned tough run of A-League games and the Kashima game coming up.
Well, what they look.
Lesiotis forced to defend his position on the ball. Toivonen just strolling, taking it easy. Eventually saw a pass that he liked. Nabbout makes a break for it. No one in the box to cross to. Hope again. Let's telegraph that pass, intercepted by William Pacheco. Plaja. Samima. Kwon. Plaja, 1-2 with Kwon. Ruckmart calls for the ball ahead of play, but Plaja is going to feed it to Paulo Sergio. Turns and straight to the opposition this time. Not sure who the intended target of the pass was, whether it was in front of Barnett or behind Nabbout. It matters not. Ricky Fadri. Ruckmart. Misdirected pass. And so with 2 minutes of regulation to go, Andy, how do you think victory will approach this Kashima game? Group stage has really been their nadir as a club, because we've seen Australian teams do such good things in the Champions League, and yet victory, for all their resources and success, it's just been the code they can't crack, and yet they'll probably go into the Kashima game a severe underdog to even get that far this season.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, away, Kashima at home would be hard enough. That victories, successes in the Champions League have principally been home-based. They haven't travelled well. And you know, this victory team's not in as good a nick as some of its predecessors. I don't think there's any trade secrets been revealed there. So extraordinarily difficult next week with a game against arch rival Sydney FC in between. But you know, 4-0 could have been more. It's a great confidence booster. The big ones they needed out of the game was, in my opinion, when Nabbout and Cam Sober to get some goal-scoring action, have had chances. And they've got to break that cycle. This has been a great opportunity for that to happen.
Last minute of regulation then. Will Melbourne victory round it out with a fifth, or is 4 enough? Lesiotis happy to concede 30 metres. Hope made to lunge. Toivonen. Cam Sober. Is this it for Elvis? He's got his goal. Out comes the flip. And Elvis Kamsoba finds the back of the net. Relief at last for Elvis.
Oh, look at the lips blow out. You don't reckon that's a weight off the shoulders? Not so much a gorilla now, perhaps just a chimpanzee on those very talented shoulders. Great touch, cool finish. That's the business, Elvis. Might this be the dam breaker? I tried that, it'd be a backbreaker.
That's perhaps the least excited forward flip you'll see as a goal celebration, almost like it's in his contract just to pull one out if he finds the back of the net. And as we go into 2 minutes of additional time, it is a nice handful for Melbourne victory. 5 goals to 5 different scorers. And Bali United, who gave us some entertainment in that first half, have been more or less fodder in this second 45. Which is a shame. You feel as though if they'd scored one of those chances when the game was still 1-0, they might have hung around and kept the intensity high for a bit longer than it's panned out. So Kashima Antlers await. And when they take a look at the footage here, they'll see a Melbourne victory team that's been full of goals.
Three goals and a lot of subs in 2 minutes of stoppage time. I can't work this out. There is no algorithm, is there?
I don't think there's been any desire from the referees or from Bali to prolong things. They've taken a lot of their free kicks quickly. Maybe when the game was 0-0, we saw a bit more feinting and throwing the body around, but there's been almost no histrionics to speak of thereafter. And aside from one particularly memorable offside and maybe a few questionable yellows, I think it's been a reasonably refereed game. Put it this way, for an AFC match, I think you'd be pretty rapt. That will do. On to the next. Kashima Antlers await Melbourne victory on their road to the group stage of the AFC Champions League.